Jose Fernandez's story, it's really the American dream. He came from Cuba, and it took him several attempts to do it before he finally made it here to the U.S.
And when he arrived, he really became a superstar on the mound. Our sports director, Will Manso, is right here with Jose's story. Will?
What a rise and what a story. You couldn't write a Hollywood story better than the real-life superstar that was Jose Fernandez. Sadly for South Florida, this story did not have a Hollywood ending.
Jose Fernandez simply was the American dream, a vibrant personality, always smiling and enjoying every moment he got to be a major league player in the United States. But it was his road to get here that was something out of a Hollywood script. Born in Santa Clara, Cuba, Fernandez dreamed of coming to America to play in the majors, but multiple attempts to leave the island failed, and he even spent time in a Cuban jail after being returned to his native country. While playing Major League Baseball was his ultimate dream, once Jose did arrive to the U.S., his dream shifted to now becoming a U.S. citizen, and he got a chance to live out that dream as well.
The Constitution and laws of the United States of America.
Finally, after the failed attempts on the third try, Fernandez made it to the United States. It was in Tampa where he settled and played his high school ball, and it was there where he drew the attention of Major League scouts, including the Miami Marlins, who selected him in the first round with the 14th overall pick. He got a $2 million signing bonus, and away he went. Since arriving with the Marlins, Jose quickly became one of the most dynamic, energetic, and talented players in all of baseball. Fernandez was known not just for his electric fastball, but also his electric personality. Jose was also a big part of the community with his charity work, often doing events with kids and always doing it with a big smile. Jose lit up the ballpark with his smile. Jose Day, as the Marlins called it, became an event that fans could not miss. The Marlins ace had accomplished so much on the mound at such an early age. The 2013 National League Rookie of the Year, a two-time All-Star, and just this season already establishing the Marlins' single-season strikeout record. Fernandez's story, though, was also about family. Jose's mother and abuela often at home games, cheering on the young pitcher every step of the way. Marlins owner Jeffrey Loria set up the emotional reunion between Fernandez and his abuela. Jose was the perfect star for South Florida and represented everything that the Marlins organization wanted to stand for. Some called him brass, cocky, or just confident. Most of all, though, Jose had a passion of love of baseball that you rarely would see. And while others in the game said that he wasn't old school and didn't like his antics, one thing about Jose was, he was authentic. Jose Fernandez, one of the brightest stars the Marlins and all of South Florida has ever seen, gone far too soon.
Jose Fernandez, 24 years old. Our thoughts and prayers go out to Jose's family, his mother, his abuela, the entire Marlins organization. Also, Jose, just in the last couple of weeks, making it public that his girlfriend was pregnant with their first child. So it's been a difficult day to grasp all this for the Marlins organization. You had Clay with the emotion there, the fans as well. It's just a shock. It doesn't matter how many times you say it and how many times we've talked about it since about 9 a.m. this morning. It's still hard to believe he's gone.
And we saw the abuela there. We were talking about her earlier. She's just so sweet.
Well, we've seen so many stories about her and how she was finally able to come here to see him play. So she lives here now full time.
Yeah, and she goes to all the games he pitches. She's there. Just the other day when Jose had Martin Prado and Clay Story said it was the best game he'd ever pitched. He had 12 strikeouts in 8 innings, 3 hits, no walks. And as he walked off the mound, he was pointing at his grandmother, pointing at his mom while they were clapping and giving him a high five. I was also told that the Marlins, and this is again, as an organization, they had a team meeting, which Clay talked about, where the players got to grieve and talk and kind of tell stories. Afterwards, all the players and staff went over to see Jose's family, including his abuela. The number one priority right now for the Marlins organization, obviously the players are in shock, obviously their families are in shock, but the number one priority for the Marlins is making sure they're there for Jose's abuela and his mother, Jeffrey Loria, flying into town to be with his grandmother. So right now, the Marlins just really focused on that, and then they'll figure out what to do with the baseball part of it.
And Will, even though there was a game today, it didn't strike you as odd that he was out last night because he was not scheduled to play?
No, he was, Jose, the ironic part of this, and it doesn't connect in the sense, I mean, a person goes out, tragedy could happen at any time, we know that. Jose was scheduled originally as a few days ago to pitch today. The Marlins have a young pitcher named Adam Conley who they wanted to have off the disabled list and pitch today, so they moved Jose's start to Monday. It's not uncommon for a pitcher in particular who knows he's not going to play to either go out, to dinner, go out to a lake, go out on the town. In Jose's case, he was an avid fisherman, an avid boater. He loved going out. If you follow his social media, his Instagram, Jose would often post pictures of a lot of his friends that would go out on boating trips and fishing and the laughter and all the things that go with boating and friends and things like that. So it wasn't uncommon for Jose to do this, especially in a game he wasn't scheduled to pitch.
We're going